Marie Davis. Wait, Joy Marie Davis Fox Rothschild Pitt. Dijon Chanel. Mia's Lash Lab. Miss I'm like dumb today. Miss Erica London, hi. Dijon Chanel, hey Sonia, miss you. Happy Thursday. Same, miss you too. Nice to see you. Hi Karen K, Tabby D, nice to see you guys. Yeah, it's been a busy week. Hi Jupiter Chase. I have had my best friend, I don't know if you can see him.
Hello.
Hi, if you've been to a Beauty Mastermind event, you've got the chance to meet him. Tim has been with me. He flew in over the weekend and he's been hanging out in LA for the last few days with me. And right before that, my brother came in last Thursday. So basically, my brother came in last Thursday, hung out for the weekend, left on Sunday, and dropped him off at the airport and then picked him up like a couple of hours later. So it's been kind of crazy. I've been hosting, you know, my friends and family, and then also getting some work done, and then also like fitting in some fun stuff. Like I went to my first Angels game with my brother, and Tim and I did like a fun cheesy tour yesterday in Hollywood, you know, of like all the houses. Tabby D says, hey Tim. Mikey Makeup.
Hey,
Tim says, hello Tabby D. Dijon Chanel says, Tim, hey.
Hey Dijon.
Nice to see you. Makeup by Jake. Lalit Guy 1. I'm so sorry, I'm butchering all these names. Kevin. Hi Kevin. Paris Roland. Made Up Tracy. Lash and AG MUA. Joanna Gloria. Nice to see you guys. So definitely wanted to check in. It's been a few days since I said hello. I hope you guys have had an amazing week. I am on my way to New York for a couple of reasons. Well, several reasons. So this Saturday I am working with a bride, which I don't do often anymore, but I think it's my last bride. And she's lovely and amazing. So flying in to do her makeup in New Jersey, and my family lives in New Jersey, so I'm gonna have the opportunity to spend a few days with my brother and then a few days at my parents' house, and then head into New York because next weekend I am hosting my event called Beauty Event Mastery, which I'm so excited about. It's the first time I'm doing it, and it is literally everything you need to know when you're hosting live events. Like, how do you make them impactful so that people in the room are really learning and getting to experience what you do best, but also how do you convert it into dollars, like actual dollars. If you've been following me for a while, you know, like I have, you know, put a post where I've said, like, you know, I've generated 6 figures from one event, and I've done that before. Like the event that I just had in New York, on the back end of that, I think I'm up to like 80 grand in generated sales. So the techniques, the strategies for having a live event are super transformative, and I've been to many events of other artists, right? We all know what makeup classes look like, and they are missing so many of the key components that would help them not only expand and broaden their brand, but also to bring in, you know, like high ticket sales. Like there are things that are just missing, and a lot of people make the mistake, and I'm saying this so that you guys know, because I know that some of you might be interested in hosting classes in the future. I like to call them live events because they don't only have to be makeup classes where you're teaching other makeup artists. It could be, you know, if you're looking to find your future brides, or your, you know, like whoever you're looking to find. Live events is an amazing way to bring them in. It's a lead magnet. It's a way that they come and they get to experience you. And then if you're looking to transition your business into more high-level sales, so when I say, you know, $10,000 per bride, like that's the investment that is required to work with me for your wedding day, like that is the perfect environment to pitch an offer like that. Like getting on the phone with someone or via email and saying it's 10 grand, you know, the conversion for that, it's not that it's impossible, but it's really hard. It's really hard. So live events are the perfect environment for high-level sales. And as some of you may know, you know, what I specialize with in working with my clients is not only helping them build their programs and their packages, but also like how do you find the dream clients, and then how do you create impactful sales. So, like I said, I've generated about 80 grand from my last event, and I've only made like 6 sales. Like, it hasn't been that many. So the point of it is you're not looking for everybody, but you're looking for the right people. If any of this is resonating or making sense, share some likes, some loves. Let me know, because I get off on these tangents. But anyway, there's a lot of value in live events, especially knowing how to do them. So a lot of people make the mistake of having a class and they feel like they're going to make their money on the ticket sale. And that is incorrect. That is small gains, low-hanging fruit. What's missing is the offer on the back end. Awesome. Thank you guys for the hearts, the likes, and the loves. And this is like massive stuff. Like, this is huge. And if you follow any of the members of the Beauty Mastermind, like, this is one of those things that if you're seeing them, because I hear all the time like, oh, I follow so-and-so, and like I can just see something is different, they're doing things differently. I'm starting to hear that people are saying like, yeah, it seems like those members of the Beauty Mastermind are doing things differently. Like, this is what it is. This is exactly what it is. There is a strategy. Every single detail, every little thing that happens at that live event is strategic. So because the offer that I'm looking to make starts from the moment they walk in the room. Absolutely. Building value, building value, building value. So by the time I get to an offer, my offers have varied anywhere. I think the smallest offer that I've ever offered was like 6 grand, and it's gone up as high as like 40 grand, I think is the biggest offer I've pitched in the room. And I've closed sales like that. But you have to get your clients ready. So if you're thinking that, okay, let me have a class or a live event and let me charge a ticket price, great. But I would start thinking about having an offer on the back end. So that also means, what is the result that I want? Do I want more brides? Do I want to generate revenue? Like, what's the result you want? Because the live event is not the end. It is a tool to get you to the result that you want. So for example, the last event I had in New York, the purpose for it is I wanted to fill the next cycle of Beauty by Design, which is my sales program. It's my coaching program, and then I also bonus in for whoever's involved in that. I bonus in my Master Your Craft Bootcamp for them, which is taking place in September. So I wanted to fill it. So that's literally what I did. I got 30 people in the room. I gave them a taste of what the program would be like. There was so much value created. They got to see how this would actually work for them. So the calls that I had after, I was speaking with the right people. It wasn't a question of like, oh God, like pretty much everybody said yes because they were the right people. They were the right people. So, having events is amazing for generating revenue. It's one of the ways that not only with my business, but with my clients, we're also creating consistent revenue. Like, I know what's coming in for me every month because I've created it. I've systematized it. I've built it in a way where I will always know. So I say all of this because if you're just jumping on, and hello, I know so many artists have just jumped on, so nice to see you. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because I'm on my way to New York, and I'm hosting my first beauty event mastery seminar. It's something that I've been, wanting to do for a really long time. And it is the bonus live event for the coaching program that I'm hosting right now, which is Beauty Event Mastery. So for the last 4 weeks, we've been getting on group calls, and I've been sharing, first of all, like the structure of the event. Like, these are the components, the things that have to be there. Then we talked about story, like why is storytelling so important? What are the stories you need to be telling? Then I shared, what was module 3? I'm trying to remember. Then it was like, okay, how do you craft the presentation? So if you've been at my events, I use PowerPoint, and PowerPoint is huge. Like, there's so much more that you can do by having tools like that, but there is a way, like there's a progression and there's information that you want to share. So it was crafting the presentation. Then last week we talked about crafting the offer. So what's the actual offer? What needs to be included? Of course, it's the price, right? But also, what does your particular offer include? And for everyone, it's going to be different. So I shared basically how to deconstruct that so you can put it together. And then last night we had a call where it was presenting the offer. So when you're presenting it, your inflection, your tonality, like what kind of content do you need to be sharing along with the offer. Because basically if you say to someone, hey, it's $5,000 to work with me, like that's not enough. There has to be enough information, enough value built. So they say $5,000, that's it. So there's tools and techniques for that. So we shared about that. And then next week, it's our final call. Next Wednesday, we're going to talk about closing the sale. So another mistake that most artists make is, first of all, they don't have an offer in the room, which is a huge mistake. And then the second part is thinking that you're done with the event once the event is done, and that's not it. So after my last event, that ended on a Monday. So Tuesday morning, I had breakfast with one of my potential clients. Like I was just spending time with each one of my leads. Why? I'm closing sales. So the time, the few days right after your event is critical. Like, you're not always going to close sales in the room. Like sometimes people will be like, here you go, I'm ready, here's my deposit, or paid in full. Sometimes people need to go home and figure out how they're going to make it work. Sometimes you need to have other conversations with them. So I was initiating all of those things. So within that first week, I had closed about 3 or 4 sales, but my event was April 2nd and 3rd. I'm still going through calls. It takes a bit of time, but the time right after the event is so important. So now that I've shared all the components in this coaching program, Beauty Event Mastery, the live event is where those artists who are in the program are going to start, they've been putting together their offers, they've been working, we also put together a blueprint of their business, so they know exactly what their business does, what problems it solves, how they can help people, what you can say to people when they say, well, why is it so expensive? Well, it's A, B, and C. You said you wanted this, and this is how I help with this. So, really putting everything in place so when you're selling your packages, you have the response that you need for anything. So now that by this point they have their blueprint, they have their offers, they've been working on their stories. So part of it is you tell your story in the room. That's really important for connection. But they've been working on all of these pieces little by little. So next weekend when we're in the room, I'm definitely going to be sharing a little bit more information about all of these components, but here's the part that is going to be really fun for me. I know it's going to freak them out. We've been talking about it. Each person is going to share their story in the room because that is a really important part of the sales process and the connection process. And then they're also going to be pitching an offer in the room. And why that's so valuable is we got to see if it lands. We have to see if it lands. Is there something missing? So, being in a room like this, oh, thank you so much for the likes and the loves. This really means a lot, because this program I'm so excited about, just the way that I'm excited about Beauty by Design and the sales process, because I know that it really works. This is what I've done that has changed everything, and it hasn't only worked for me, it's working for my clients. So it's about getting the word out. So if you ever get a chance to either come to one of my events or to someone in Beauty Mastermind, I suggest you go, because you'll get to see someone pitching in the room and see all of these pieces moving together, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I've seen people, I have clients who are closing $20,000 sales from one person. It's so possible. So the power of this is transformative, and it also is amazing because by having events like this, I have clients that are not only all over the country, but now in different areas of the world, and they're flying to come to my events or whatever. And the beauty of it is that I can work with them online, and every once in a while, we fly in and we work together in person, but most of it happens in this different way. So I'm putting this all out there mainly for the reason of, if I plant the seed in your head, you can start to see how much broader what you're doing with your artistry, how much broader it could be, how much more you can do. But I'm very excited to be having this event and having, artists pitch in the room and tell their story, because I know that it's going to, in a very short period of time, their life can change. When I had my first Master Your Craft Bootcamp, my first big one, I think I had 16 people in a room. I generated $100,000 from that. That changed my life. So that's what we're doing here, creating life and the career of our dreams on our own terms. Jose Makeup. Oh my God. Hey Sonia, see you in Paris? Yes, I'm so excited. I am so excited that you're going to be joining. And that's another thing. I have to actually, get on live a little bit more and talk about it. I did just decide that I'm doing my event, my next live event in Paris on June 3rd. And it's going to be very similar to the class that I just did in New York, which was Fundamentals of Beauty. So I'm going to do the foundation, my Skin Like Foundation demo, and as well as sharing the 5 secrets to sizzling sales. So I'm really excited you're going to be there. There are so many of you guys who just joined in. So nice to see you. Thank you so much for that. Let me just go back and read through some of the comments. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Like, everyone's on today. Beauty is Victoria. I definitely struggle with this. I would imagine you're talking about live events and the offers. Yeah, and it's not, the thing is that why would you know any of this unless you knew it, unless you learned it? Like, I, left the beauty space and I worked with marketers and salespeople who showed me this process. I've been around this for the last couple of years, going to entrepreneurial events. But the reason why I think that Beauty Mastermind, like, we're dominating with this, is because it feels so new in this space. Not everyone is doing it. Pretty much no one is doing it. So we automatically stand out. And on top of it, every member of the Beauty Mastermind who's hosting live events is not only doing makeup, but they're adding extra value. There's something else that they're amazing at, and the combination of those things is, their unique gifts. So you automatically stand out. So when you're thinking of doing your live events, you definitely want to think of, what are all the things that I do that I'm amazing at, and bring them together, because that's what makes you special. I will also say that when you're pitching the offer, like, there's some dynamics to it that you want to be conscious of. Like, if you have a free event, there's certain offers that make sense in the room and certain ones that don't. If you have a ticket of like mine was $650, certain offers make more sense. You want to qualify the room. I will also say this: if you're thinking of doing something like this, I also highly encourage you to learn to get some sales training, because if you're going to put together an event, like, so for example, my last event, like I said, the ticket was $650. There was about 30 people in the room. Every dollar of the $650 that each person put in, it sounds like a lot of money. All of that, I poured it into the event. I was at a beautiful hotel. Everybody got like full-size products of YSL. There was just a lot of production value in it, and I poured every single dollar back into the event, because I knew that, like, where I get paid is on the back end on filling my program, but also I know how to sell. I know how to clearly state what it is that I do, and not only what I do, but how it helps other people, because what you're doing with them is you're sharing what they really want, how your program, your package, your service can help them get that. I'm never selling myself. So if you're thinking of doing this, absolutely do it. Start playing with it, but also learn the strategy behind it so that you get the result that you want, because it does really suck to have an event, pour money into something, and get nothing in return because you don't know what you're doing. So that was the PSA with it too. But that being said, that's why I'm excited about the New York event. It's going to be really fun. I think pretty much everyone in the room has, not everyone, like half and half. Half of the room has already had events, and this is just going to help them, upgrade what they're already doing. And then we have a lot of people who are just getting into it, so they're going to hit the ground running, which is really awesome. I will also say, for anyone who's interested, this is probably the last time I'm going to offer this. Beauty Event Mastery, like I mentioned, is a 6-week course, and what I have shared in that course is everything you need to know to put together a live event that is impactful. And when I say impactful, where it really resonates with the audience, but also really resonates with you, to help your business grow, and like how to structure it, how to put together the blueprint for your business, all of that. That I'm going to be selling the recorded program, just the way that I sell the recorded program for Beauty by Design. So the next time I do it, I'm definitely going to do it again, because it was really amazing, and I already, I already see so much potential in it. I'm probably going to do it again at the end of the year. I haven't decided, but the next time I do this, the investment for that program is definitely going to be significantly higher, because doing it this first time, I wanted to test it. I wanted to, I knew what I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to see how it was going to land. And I see, how it's really helping people and how engaged that they've been. So I'm going to make a special offer. If you're interested, I have the recordings. Literally there's one more to go, so you'll be getting that final one next week. But I'm going to offer it for the investment of $497. It will never be that again. The next time I offer this will most likely be $1497. So if you're interested and if you're thinking of live events, send me a DM, and you can either do it up front, or we can break it up into two. So if we do it into two, that's like two investments of $275. We'll work it out. But I will tell you that making investments to learn this kind of information is transformative, because it's like, you make your money back the first time you do it. You close one sale at 500, you've made your money back. Everything else stays with you for the rest of your life. So if you're interested, shoot me a DM, let me know. Also, I'm gonna just open it up to questions here. So let me know what you're thinking, if this resonates, if you're thinking about a live event, like this is your opportunity. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Because as you can, I'm on my way to LAX and there is traffic. And my flight's delayed, so we have tons of time. Mikey Makeup, this is such good info. Awesome, I'm glad you like it. Hey Yannick, so nice to see you. Oh my God, and you're having an event soon, I think I just saw. I think I like that on yours, so congratulations on that. Let me say hello to there's so many artists here. I'm so sorry, I don't know if I can go through all the names, but let me just say hello to a few. Luli Gutierrez, Marilyn, I'm just gonna butcher names. Marilyn Ellie Beauty, Faces by Laverne, Beauty Mastermind member Mrs. Wicked, Makeup Chemistry. Oh, Makeup Chemistry, that's cute. Javita J, Pink Girl 03, JMG81, La Marie Beauty, nice to see you. Prisley Polished, hello. Beautiful Faces by Bree, Jemmy B, MUA, Amber M Beauty, I'm gonna ruin it. Malkia. Can I just call you Malkia? Hello. Oh, hi. How are you? Next to Natural. Hello, Ria J, another member of Beauty Mastermind. Jose Makeup. So excited that I'm gonna see you in Paris. I can't wait. Beautiful Faces by Brie. I always say you don't know what you don't know. It's so true. Like, we have to get out of the mindset that the only investments that we need to make are in actual makeup, like cosmetics and makeup classes. Like, there's a certain point where you have to start treating your business like a business. And if you've never learned how to sell, and you don't know what a profit producing activity is, and you don't know how to market, then you need help with your business. Like marketing, let me make this very clear. Marketing is not updating your website. Marketing is not taking more pictures. Marketing is, how am I finding leads? How am I finding people to speak to so that I can have a sales conversation? Like, the lifeline of your makeup, of your business is not makeup, it is sales. If you're not bringing sales in, your business is not thriving. So I'm very passionate about learning all of that. I'm not saying stop going to makeup classes. I'm saying add new things to the health of your business so you actually have one. And here's the thing. If you feel like sales are salesy and they suck, or I don't want to do marketing, or I don't want to do any of these things, it actually ends up being really fun when it's your business. And let me tell you, when you see those dollars coming in, like I have a Stripe account, so it's like anytime I have any of my online products and someone purchases it, like I get a little email or I get a little alert that says one new sale. Like, that's awesome. That's really, really exciting. Like, and I'm having so much fun figuring all of this stuff out and seeing my business grow. So if I would have just been buying more brushes and going to more makeup classes, I wouldn't have the business that I have today. And that's the same thing with my clients. Like, they're just seeing that there is more to this. It's not just how good you are at makeup. You have to be able to really market and sell your products and your services. Beautiful Faces by Brie. I don't always, oh wait, I just said that. I always say you don't know what you don't know. Step into the beat. Hi. Is it Scam LA Glam? Amethyst Black Artistry. Nice to see you. Latifa? Dorley, nice to see you. Ayana Von Hendricks, that event was so amazing. Ayana was one of the members. Oh, Alex Ray, also members of the Beauty Mastermind. They were at my last event in New York, and it really was amazing. Like, we had about 30 people in the room, and it was a really, really special weekend. We really shared a lot. Amethyst Black Artistry, awesome. Thanks for sharing. You're very welcome. I hope you use it. So nice to see the camaraderie between the Beauty Mastermind ladies. Just seeing you guys saying hello to each other. Blended by Lenore, hello. Jeff T2414, hello. Kimmy Sweet, Enhanced by Monet, hello. Ayana Von Hendricks, emailing you now. You're so hilarious. I'm still waiting for you to show up with your air mattress. Jose Makeup, would love to have a live event, but haven't built the clientele yet. Any advice? Oh my God, yes. Thank you so much for this question. How you build your clientele is by having live events. My first Beauty Mastermind event, I had 4 people in the room. So here's the thing. We actually were just having this conversation last night on the call too. Like, you continue, like, you start doing your live events, you start doing this because you also need practice. Like, I am much better at what I do than I was 2.5 years ago when I started Beauty Mastermind. I just know it better. I know the sales process better. I know my content better. Why? Because I've had repetition. I've done it more than once. Don't worry about the number in the room. You have to start somewhere. But if you're waiting to build your audience, you're going to be waiting for a long time. And let me say this to you too. If you have 4 people in the room, you can close 1 sale, you can close 2 sales, you can generate, like, I know people that have had events where they've had 4 people in the room and they've generated $100,000 from that. So, you know, the numbers thing, like, don't let that story beat you, because it doesn't matter. Like, the point is to hit the ground running and do it. And if your event is literally 1 person, because I've had clients who've had that where it's 1 person and the rest of it is your friends and family, what are the results of that? Hey, I still got to practice. I know what I'm saying. I got to go through the process. Like, there's always a positive. So don't let that stop you. I really believe, like, it's like me doing Beauty Event Mastery now. Like, you know, the reason why the investment for this program was not what it will be was because it was the first time that I was doing it. But I wanted to do it. I had to test it out. And then I also, like, you know, for some of my clients who joined programs, like, I bonused it in. I wanted to fill it because I needed to try it first. And now that I know that, like, now I'm sure that the result that I'm sharing is, like, the right material, the next time I'm going to do it, it's going to be like, you know, like 2.5 times the price, honestly. But I know that because I got the reps in, because I did the work, you know, and it didn't matter to me that, you know, the group is still like a nice sized group, but I definitely, you know, invited some people to take part in it, like people who I felt would really benefit from it, people who have been, you know, clients that are, you know, that this would really help. So don't worry about it. Just keep doing. Hi, Beauty is Victoria. Thank you so much for the hands up. Olka 9192. Hi, how are you? I'm great. How are you? I'm gonna say Miko. Oh, I'm messing up your name. Mikomi. There's no better feeling than making money in your sleep. Oh my God, it is awesome. Like, and that's kind of like the next step of where Beauty Mastermind is going, is into more automation. So I really believe in, like, creating products. Like, when I teach classes and stuff, I record everything because it's sellable, right? I repurpose it. So yeah, like, when you're doing things, you want to be really smart with it. Like, if you've gone to my Master Your Craft Bootcamp, I record that. You know, because the purpose is I'm going to have a product where it's like Master Your Craft Bootcamp at home. So you want to be really, really smart with everything. Everything that I've done for the last 2.5 years, I have been recording, and now I'm starting to use all that stuff. So absolutely, you want to be smart with it. Gullah Black, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too. Elegant Makeup is on. Hello. Ayana Von Hendricks, can you explain Stripe? I just added that app for receiving payments, and I'm a little stumped on it. Please. You know what? I am now working with a coach and an automation expert, so she honestly deals with a lot of that stuff for me. But Stripe is exactly what you just said. It is a credit processing system, so, like, you can link into your website. I use ClickFunnels for a lot of my landing pages. So you just attach the Stripe account to it, so when they process payments, like, you know, it's basically, you know how you can use PayPal and then the little PayPal app comes up and says pay here. It, like, that's basically what Stripe is. It's just another form of payment, but it's awesome. It's great. And I know that you can also integrate it with Instagram, which is really cool. Faces by Laverne. Hello, hello. Saying hello to Ria J. MUA, another member of the Beauty Mastermind, and Ayana Van Hendricks. I'm going to say Kratos. I don't want Kratos Santana. Hi, nice to see you. Jacqueline Bragg. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. Mikomi. Can you tell me how to say your name? Because I'm butchering it. But Mikomi says be fearless. And I agree. Just do it, because it's only a matter of time. You do it enough, it's going to land. It's going to land. People will show up, but you got to do it first. And if I would have stopped after I had my first event with 4 people, we wouldn't be having this conversation today. Like you have to hold on to your vision. You got to believe it. And I still know that this is still the infancy of Beauty Mastermind. This is going to be global. It is. It already is. But I know where it's going, and I'm not there yet, and it will most likely take me a few years, and I'm cool with that. I'm enjoying every part of it. Candid Girl Bell, hi. Shaman Dotson, hello, hello. Gail does makeup. I'm gonna learn how to read one day. Miko White, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Prato Santana, Brazil. Hello, hello. Thank you for the kiss. Appreciate it. Jose Makeup, thank you so much. That gives me so much encouragement. I am going to start planning. I'm going to be fearless. Sonia, I love you. Such an inspiration. Love you too. I'm so excited. And the fact that you're going to be at the class in Paris is huge, because if you start thinking of this stuff now, like the information that I'm going to share about the sales process, because you'll also need that too. Like once you have people in your room, you got to learn how to sell to them. So I know that those two things together are really, really going to be so helpful. So really, really excited to hear that. Let's see. And Gail does makeup. Hello, hello. Ayana Van Hendricks. Hi, honey. To Faces Laverne. Nice to see you guys. Well, like I said, if anyone is interested, I'm going to hop off because I don't want to totally bore you to death. But if anyone is interested in Beauty Event Mastery, the recorded program, there's 6 modules to it. So you'll learn the components that you need to not that you need, because there's not just one way to do things, but the system that I've created to put on live events that have helped me, create massive results, not only financially, but how have I built my tribe, and how do I have diehard people that are like, yeah, Beauty Mastermind, all of that is coming from these live events. So if you're interested in that, the offer for the recorded program is $497. Like I said, it'll never be that again. This is the last time, because the next time I do this, it's going up to $1497 at least, for sure. But feel free to send me a DM. I'm certainly open to doing an investment plan, so you could do $497 up front, or you could do 2 investments of $275. There's always ways to work it, but I will tell you, information is power. If you're thinking of having a live event, do it, but also do it in a smart way. Don't try and figure it out. Well, I'm not going to say don't. You can do whatever you want, but let me tell you, when I invest in something, I want it to work. So every investment that I make, I use every piece of information. I use it, and maybe even if I don't get the exact results that I want, it shows me how to pivot and to continue to edit things so that I do get the results that I want. Everything I've done hasn't hit the first time, but I keep refining and fixing and editing. Beauty by Design, Beauty Event Mastery. There will be different versions of it. I keep updating it and upgrading the more that I know. It's never done. It's never ever done. But give me a shout out. You can send me a DM, or you can send me an email at sonia@soniarodriguezbeauty.com if you're interested in the content. And I'll get that to you. Okay, let's see. Dijon Chanel. Hey, Ayana and Laverne and Alex. So Dijon Chanel is also a member of Beauty Master, and it was at the last event. And she's saying hello to everyone who's on, who she knows from Beauty Mastermind. And Ayana Van Hendricks, I want to copy emailing you about it. Awesome. Yeah, I'll make sure that I get that to you ASAP. Please and thank you. She's so polite, isn't she? And then Ayana Van Hendricks and Alex Ray say hello back to Dijon Chanel. And Faces by Laverne says, hey, boo. Awesome. So thank you guys for joining. Actually, before I jump off, if anybody has any think that, you know, the model that makes the most sense for what we do is, instead of one by one, right, dealing with clients one by one to many. So if you are having a live event, you're speaking to many potential clients as opposed to one by one by one by one by one. And also, it's a great way to generate revenue when you want. So, you know, by me putting on my last event, that was saying, I am ready to fill this program. I'm ready to, you know, bring in this revenue. I made that decision. I'm not waiting for potential clients to call me. I am finding them. So completely changes the whole structure of things. And that's when you feel like you're empowered, because you are. You know, like, I make money when I decide to. And then, you know, sometimes I get a nice surprise and, you know, I'll make an extra sale or something that I didn't expect. But those are just special surprises. My foundation, like my safety, my comfort, I've created for myself by being able to, you know, sell and market my services. So at the end of the day, one thing I know is I will never have the problem of not knowing how to make money. Like, I know how to do this, and it will be with me for the rest of my life. So I can literally pick up the phone any day that I want to generate a sale. I can also put on a live event and generate sales that way. That is the power of this. This is about your freedom. You know, like I said, that first event where I generated $100,000, it changed my life. It was the first time I didn't need another job in addition to what I did. Everything else was just extra. And I was working at the Nightly Show that time. So, like, that weekend happened. And then when I went back to work, I was like, wow, I don't need this job. I'm just here because I love it now. Like, it just didn't matter. And that was amazing. I had so much more fun that way. And then when it was time for me to leave, when I felt like it was time for me to move on, I didn't have to stay at a job because I need the money. You know, I loved that job so much. But I also knew it was time for something else. It was time for me to move to California. So, you know, it just gave me my power back. I didn't even know if it gave me my power back. It just gave me my power. I don't know if I ever really had it before that. So, Faces by Laverne says, safe travels, Sonia. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dijon Chanel. Safe travels back to the East. Yeah, thank you. Really appreciate it. You told me how to say, is it Miko? God damn it, I already forgot. Makes perfect sense. I have been doing events for a few years and will grow and continue. It is very valuable to my guests and for me as absolutely brand positioning as an expert. It's giving people a reason to continue to come back to you. Even if your content is the same, people hear it and they learn something new each time. So it's really valuable. And think of it this way. What are people losing and missing out on by you not doing this? Like, I know when I don't have events, if I make the choice not to have an event, I'm leaving people, you know, with no information. You know, I might be the reason they start saying yes to something new. So, you know, it takes on a bigger weight. It really, I'm a big fan of live events because I know how transformative they are. They changed me. They helped me. If I didn't start going to live events, I don't think I would be doing what I'm doing in the way that I'm doing it. Okay, so that's really it this time. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you soon. Bye.